Welcome back to our new unit on volume called Greater Depth. We're only just getting started and it is time to crank this volume up and dive deeper to explore some more. Last year, you were introduced to this little thing called the cubic centimetre, which has a length, a width and a height of, you guessed it, 1 centimetre. As small as they may look, these cubic centimetre blocks are very useful for calculating the volume of small items, like a household container, your lunchbox, a cereal box, and a small parcel. But let's remind ourselves on what volume is. And well, yes, it is a measurement of how loud your music is. In mathematical terms, it is a measure of the amount of space taken up by a three-dimensional object. And believe me, I know what you're thinking. We learned this last year. Yes, we learned to count each individual cubic centimetre block to calculate the total volume in an object. But didn't I say earlier that we were going to crank the volume up? What if I was to show you a quicker, stronger, more powerful method of calculating the volume of a rectangular prism? I think it's time to enter elite mode! With our newfound power, we don't need to count each individual cubic centimetre block to calculate the volume of a rectangular prism. Instead, we can now count with something called layers. But to be able to do this, we must first find the volume of one layer. Activate row mode. As you saw, all that I needed to do was count the number of cubic centimetre blocks to form a single row. And then from there, I just simply multiplied this number by the amount of rows required to fill up the entire base of the rectangular prism. From here, we can then calculate the volume of one layer by simply counting the number of rows as the length, the number of blocks in a row as the width. And since we are working with cubic centimetre blocks, we can assume that the height is 1 centimetre. But hang on, what if our rectangular prism was 5 centimetres high? Activate layer mode. As we worked out before, we were able to calculate the volume of one layer. And as you observed here, I was simply able to add 4 more layers to have a total of 5. From here, we can now calculate the volume of this rectangular prism by simply multiplying the volume of the first layer by the number of layers, which in this case is 12 multiplied by 5, which gives us a volume of 60 cubic centimetres. But you want to know what the most exciting thing about this is? By you being able to watch this video clip, I have been able to give you the power to do this as well. This lesson, it is time to put this newfound power to the test, starting with activity 1, which is actually already set up and ready to go. So whenever you're ready, go back to your table groups and let's make a start.